Hey guys, so I have been having loads of requests for a perfume collection for a long time now. And I guess the reason I never did one was just because I am the worst at describing scents. I'm just not good at it at all. So this is kind of just more so gonna just show you the ones that I have. I'll describe the ones that I can, if I can. If there's a prominent, what's the word I'm looking for? Note of something, then I will definitely call it out, but otherwise I'm just going to basically show you the ones that I have, and I'm also going to include my body splashes, like body sprays, because I know some people like to see that. So first things first, I keep my perfumes in this little box that I got at, I think, Marshall's or TJ Maxx. It's really not good to keep as much as they're beautiful displayed, if you have them by a window and the light hits it, the sunlight, it kind of can alter the color of the perfume and make it go bad a lot quicker. So I keep mine like kind of covered up in this dark little case, and I have everything like pretty much organized by size. So I'll start with the body mist. This is my favorite body mist for the summer, and unfortunately it's one of the discontinued ones from Bath & Body Works, but you can still get them online, and you can still get them like twice a year. Bath & Body Works does like their semi-annual sale where they bring in like all the older discontinued scents. I always pick up this, and this is white tea and ginger, which I guess I would just describe as ginger and white tea. And then this one's my go-to summer body splash. It's sheer freesia, and I love this. This is probably like my favorite body splash scent of all time, but it really is more of a summery, definitely floral scent. Again, one of the ones that's discontinued. I think I got this on eBay though. You can usually find these on eBay, like really inexpensive. This is Twilight Woods. Twilight Woods used to be like my favorite wintry scent, and I still really like it, but it's just not, it's not really my go-to body splash scent anymore, but I still really love their, the scent of it, like their candle and stuff. This is Kissing in Paris by Victoria's Secret. I would say it's more of like an evening, flirty fragrance, really pretty. It says on the bottle, Spring Iris and Fresh Dew, if that helps anyone. This one I got, I think, last summer or last spring, and it's Carried Away. And, forgot what this one smells like. This one smells a little bit mix of fruity and floral, but there's like never any descriptions on here. I don't know. Maybe a little bit of jasmine. And then this is my newest favorite. It's the Calgon Refreshing Body Mist in Red Velvet. I love this stuff. If I could open up the bottle and just like guzzle it down, I totally would. I found this at Rite Aid. You could find this wherever Calgon products are sold. I think even Walmart, maybe Target. I just love it. It's like a lot less bakery harsh as the Aquilina Pink Sugar, which I happen to like, but I know for a lot of people it's like gagging how sweet and like bakery scent it is, cupcake scent, but this has a lot of muted undertones. Like it doesn't smell like you just stepped out of a bakery. It still can, what am I trying to say? It still tends to smell like a body spray, like a perfumey type body spray, but it's very soft, and you still get that like chocolatey red velvet undertone, if that makes sense. But I love this. As far as the body sprays, like I said, these two are probably the only ones that I stick to like summer and summer. But other than that, like, pretty much anything goes with body sprays. I mix and match my perfumes. I mix and match my body sprays. I just find that I love them all, and they're like all my favorites. So somebody asked me like to do a video on my combinations. I don't think about it. I don't say, oh, I always pair this with this perfume, or I always pair this perfume with this body splash. It's just whatever goes. It's whatever I'm in the mood for. I have yet to mix things that smelled really bad or smelled anything but great. So if there ever is a combination that I use that I end up hating, I will definitely let you know. But for the most part, everything tends to smell really good mixed together. maybe it's because, too, I tend to pick the same type of scents, and that's why they work well together, but I don't really know. And then I do have a couple perfume type scents from Bath & Body Works, one being Twilight Woods, the other being Sensual Amber, which has probably always been like my #1 wintry, like better than any winter perfume. This is my go-to perfume and scent, Sensual Amber. I just love it so much. And actually, I will tell you that Sensual Amber and Red Velvet Spray smells dynamite together. I do have this little perfume oil from the Body Shop in the Satsuma, which is typically what you smell when you walk past a body shop. Nick hates the smell, which really makes me sad because I love it, but it's definitely like a summery, orangey citrus. Oh, it smells so good, and I wish he liked it, but he doesn't, so I tend to not really wear this a lot. But perfume oils do tend to have really good lasting power. I've done a perfume video before, but I haven't reposted it, so if you've seen my first one, a lot of these might be repeats, but I have like thrown away and given away and cleared out perfumes, so some of these are new. This is probably my most nostalgic perfume. It's the Ralph Lauren, just Ralph, in the blue bottle, and this takes me back to high school. Like, when I smell this, I'm just like, to be in high school again, because this was the scent of that time. I think it came out when I was maybe like a junior in high school, and it was like what every girl wore, what I loved, and I just haven't gotten sick of it since then. I'm 27, and it's for like 7 or 8 years later, and I'm still in love with this. I typically only do wear this in the summertime, though. It's a little too fruity floral for the winter time, and I also do have the body spray that goes with it, so I tend to pair these together. Next was my most favorite, and it's just Burberry, just the classic Burberry. This, for the longest time, was like my signature scent. Like, whenever people would smell me or walk past me and say, "What are you wearing?" this was always it for like years and years, until I started branching out and trying to find like different ones. I can't describe it to you, but I will say a lot of you have heard me talk about my other, no, not my most favorite at the moment, but one of my favorites. It's the Fancy Love by Jessica Simpson. And I always say how like uncomfortable I feel when I talk about how much I love this, because I'm really not a big fan of her, but I never noticed it before until somebody pointed it out to me, that Burberry, the classic Burberry, and Fancy Love, not Fancy, there's a Fancy, this is Fancy Love. These pretty much are identical, which would explain why they were both my favorites at one time. So, if you have this one, you don't really need this one, and vice versa. You don't need both of them. I will say that when I run out of Burberry, I will not repurchase it. I will always have this one on hand until I get sick of it. They do smell similar, but I think Fancy Love, I just like it a lot better for some reason, which I wish wasn't the case, but anyway. Alright. Next, this, my friend Jolie gave me. It's the YSL Parisienne, I don't know how to say it. I don't love this scent, but it is a very unique scent. It's probably the strongest and the most feminine, and like, I think of like Couture in Paris and like Coco Chanel. I don't know. I just think of like chic, feminine, fashion week, like adult fragrance. This is probably the most adult fragrance that I own. I feel like this is a fragrance I typically would smell on like someone older than me, but I do like it. There's certain times, it's weird, it's not my go-to perfume, but there are certain times where I just get really like in the mood to wear this. But I definitely have worn it both during the day for work and at night, but it works both ways. It's a very strong scent, and it will last on you all day long. And when I do wear this, I get tons of compliments. So that, like I said, it's a beautiful fragrance, but I tend to go for like the more, I don't want to say like immature or like fruity candy floral smells, but this is definitely like, I feel like the most adult fragrance that I own. Next up is Marc Jacobs Daisy. This is a classic. I feel like I used this to no end at one point, and I feel like I used way more than that, but apparently I didn't. To me, this is a very summery scent. It's like very floral. I love the packaging, which is, I think, what originally drew me in. But I really do like this scent. I would recommend it for a summery scent. It's really pretty. That helped out a lot. Misty or Sherry, another really great one. I wear this one all year round. This is another very feminine, very sexy, very flirty scent, daytime or nighttime. It's a really pretty bottle. But yeah, like a lot of these, I'll mention to you, like if they're just specific, like the Ralph I really only wear in the summer. Same with like Sensual Amber, I'll only wear in the winter. Some of these scents are like that. Misty or Sherry is one that I'll wear all year round, and it just works. I have a little roller ball of Jessica Simpson Fancy Love. This one is Maxtor Kwatak, which, I don't know if you can see that, I have about a drop left. I love this. It was re-promoted this past summer, and I didn't pick one up because I just felt like I have way too many perfumes and not enough room for them. I do really like this, but I find that the scent isn't as long wearing as my more expensive ones, which is why I haven't repurchased this. Once that little drop is gone, that'll be the end of this one. But it is a really nice summery scent, and this is another one that I will only wear in the summer. These next two, same thing. Bronze Goddess by Estee Lauder. Found this at a CCO, but a lot of you guys mentioned when I put this in one of my favorites that Estee Lauder always has this in the summer. It's just, they just changed the packaging. But this is like the epitome of, when I smell this, I think of sitting on a beach with a big sun hat on, sipping a pina colada in Aruba. Like, that's what I think about. I think of like banana boat, suntanning oil, and coconuts, and like Malibu coconut rum. That's what I've said about this before. When I smell this, it smells like Malibu coconut rum. It's like a very sweet scent, but it just smells like the beach to me. So typically this is not something I'd ever wear unless it's the summer. But it's such a like I loved it in Aruba on those nights where there's like a beautiful breeze and you just, oh, it smells so good. This one, Juicy Couture Viva La Juicy, is another one of my favorite summery scents, but it's a scent I feel like I'm outgrowing. Like once I finish this up, which you can see there's not that much left, I'll probably finish this up spring or summer this coming. I don't know that I'd repurchase this. I really do like it, but it smells very young to me. It smells very girly to me, and I'm kind of over it. This is another one I've had for a while. It's the Amour Amour by Casherelle, I don't know how to say these. I swear I need like coffee beans to clear out my nasal passage. This is a beautiful scent. One I will not repurchase. It's nice, but I don't love it. But it is a scent that I tend to wear all year round. But once it's gone, it's done. Okay, I have to keep like, I'm getting the EBGB, so I'm sorry. This one is Nanette Lepore, and I do have the roller ball of that. Bought this first, fell in love with it. This is a scent that I will always have in my collection. To me, it smells more like a spring-summer scent, but it's a scent that I can easily get away with wearing in the fall and winter, and I still do. It's just, to me, it's a very unique scent. I've never smelled anything like this. It is very girly, though, so if that helps you. But it is one of my very favorite, like, classic scents that I will always, always have on hand. And now getting up to my most recent purchases. This is the Betsey Johnson tutu, which I showed you in a haul video. And I just ripped the tutu off. I really liked this at the time, but I'm going to show you another one that I just repurchased. That I just purchased for the first time, that this one, like, it blows this one away. It's very girly, it's very feminine. Is it a cult favorite? Will I repurchase it? Probably not. She looks totally naked. I'm sorry about that. I feel like I just violated her by undressing her. There, that's better. Really cute bottle, which is probably 80% of the reason why I purchased this, but it does have a really nice scent. I feel like it's a season neutral scent. It's not something I'd wear only in the summer or the spring. I purchased this, I think, back in the November Friends and Family, and I've been wearing it, no problem. So, really like that. My most recent purchase, and probably my most favorite, and the one I'm obsessed with at the moment, is Vera Wang Love Struck. I got a sample of this in the Ulta catalog that came, and I'm not going to lie, like, the packaging is, of course, what drew me in, but this is the one I'm wearing today, and I cannot get enough of this scent. This, I feel like, this or Fancy Love would make an amazing wedding day scent. I've been trying to find, like, the perfect wedding day scent, and I think this might be it. Unless I find something between now and May, this is probably going to be the perfume that I wear on my wedding day. It's just a very romantic, very, just like a really nice, sweet, I don't know how to describe it. It's just very soft. It's a very soft scent, but oh, I love it so much. So that's Vera Wang's Love Struck. And I have to say, I was never a fan of her Princess perfume. So when I heard that this was released, I was like, not even going to give it a try. And unless I got a sample in the mail, like the rub-off, like in the catalog, I probably wouldn't have. But really impressed with this. Really impressed. For my birthday, I was given this bottle of Hermes Un Jardin sur le Toit, I think is how you say it. 4 years of French, and I still can't speak a word of it. This smells so good. I actually, when I was in there getting, Nick he wanted the one cologne, I forget the name of it. I was talking to the girl in there about the Amber Narguil, whatever, however you say it. And she was like, have you smelled this one yet? And I said, no. So she made me try it because she loved the Amber one. And she's like, if you like that one, you're going to love this one. And she was right. I did. I loved it. So I asked for it for my birthday. And I just love it. It's a very classy scent. That would be how I would describe this. It's classy. I do still have a rollerball of the pink sugar that's almost gone and totally discolored. This is probably not even good anymore. Yeah, the smell's kind of fading. Probably have to throw that away. I like the pink sugar, but again, it's like, I feel like it's a very young scent. And then, you guys all know, because I showed it in a haul video, I had the Hermes, after Nur made her rave review about the Amber, I don't know how to say it, Amber Narguil, whatever, this one. This is an amazing scent, and while it is expensive, I think I paid $150 and I got 4 of these, and they come in these little pouches. 4 of these bottles, and you can mix and match, or you can get all 4. So I ended up mixing and matching and then getting 2 of the amber scents. So this one is the Rose Ikebana. And if you like the smell of roses, then you'd really like this. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I do like it. And this one is Osminth Yunnan. Nick's playing with the dogs behind me, if that's what you're hearing. Again, a nice scent, but not something I'm obsessed with, will need to repurchase. And then there is the famous Amber Narguil, whatever. I get stopped all the time by people, random strangers. My dad, every time I see him, asks me what I'm wearing, and it's always the same thing. I'm like, Dad, it's the same perfume I'm always wearing. This is, when I read the description online, I think it said like cinnamon, apple, and like a cigar or something, and I was like, ew. I love this scent. I could seriously smell this forever. It's my favorite. It's definitely a nighttime / fall winter holiday scent. I think I purchased it back in July, and I was like, oh, it'll make such a nice like fall winter scent, and I couldn't wait. Like, I just started wearing it nonstop in the summer, but I definitely think it is more of like a this time of year kind of fragrance, and perfect, my most favorite evening nighttime fragrance is this one. I love it. It is expensive, but if you're like a perfume connoisseur like myself, and you'd want to splurge, I would just spend the $150 and get all 4 of the Amber Narguil. You know what I'm trying to say? Otherwise, the bottle itself of this, I think, is $250. which they can kiss my you-know-what because I'm not spending that. Just for reference, because a lot of people I feel like think Hermes is super expensive. Their perfumes anyway. Like, this bottle I think was only $100 or $90, which that does seem expensive, but there's plenty of perfumes in Sephora that are right up around there. I remember a while ago when I had Victor and Rolf's Flower Bomb, I think that was like $100 and something. So Hermes, yes, it's expensive, but it's very comparable to the other more high-end brands that like Sephora and Macy's sell. So yeah, I would definitely not order this by Hermes. I think you can actually buy this one in Sephora, I've seen it, but the Amber Narguile I think is only found in Hermes stores. You can't buy it online or anything like that. I definitely would not order this or pay for this until you give it a smell, because I don't think it's a smell for everyone. I think it's definitely like an acquired smell that not everyone's going to like, but I definitely would recommend you checking it out. And when you're in there, feel free to ask for samples. They actually gave me samples before I even told them I was going to buy it, and their samples are really nice. You get a lot of product. So you could try to ask them for samples before you want to, you know, make the splurge and buy the whole set. But I think that's everything. Other than that, I just have little samples of like Michael Kors Hollywood. This is the Oh So Fresh Daisy by Marc Jacobs. Chanel Taylor Swift Wonderstruck. I just kind of keep them at the bottom, and then if I ever don't feel like wearing one of the perfumes that I have, which never happens, then I would reach for a sample. Sometimes too, like, I'll give samples to my mom or friends or something if I know it's like their favorite scent. But all in all, that is my whole perfume slash body splash collection. I don't think it's crazy compared to a lot of these other ones, but it's definitely a lot more than a lot of people might have. I'm just not the same person I'm not the person that wears like the same fragrance all the time. I'm not the same person that has like one fragrance that's stuck with them for years. Like my fiance, his scent of choice, his fragrance is Chanel Allure Sport, and he has worn it for the last 4 years that we've been together, and he said he's worn it I think even since high school. That's like his signature scent. Like he just started wearing the Hermes de Orange, I think it's called. It's one of their less popular ones. But other than that, like there's never been a day where I haven't smelled the Chanel, and it doesn't get old for me. It doesn't get old for him, but I just like get bored too easily, and I don't want to just stick to one perfume because there's so many good ones out there. But I think I've finally narrowed down to like really know the kind of scents and smells that I like, and I don't just like pick up all these random perfumes like I feel like I used to. I went crazy. I also really like that companies are making like the little 1 ounce bottles now. Like this is a 1 ounce bottle and this is a 1 ounce bottle, because one, they're cheaper, and two, like you see how many perfumes I just showed you. There's no way I'm ever going to get through all of these perfumes if they're all like these huge 3.4 ounce bottles. Now my favorite perfumes, like Jessica Simpson's Fancy Love, like this is a 3.4 fluid ounce perfume, and this is probably one that I'll always have the huge bottle and repurchase because it is one of my favorites. But for perfumes that I'm just buying for the first time that was like recommended to me, or if I smelled it and I really liked it, I usually tend to start with either the Rollerball or the 1 ounce bottles, because that way if I don't love it and want to stick with it, I don't feel guilty shelling out all that money. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry it took me so long to get it up. I don't know if it helped anyone, just because I really cannot describe scents of anything. But I hope you enjoyed seeing my collection, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!